was condemned when I said that the government was killing one ethnic group. I didn't name anybody. But one ethnic group was being targeted. And these are my people. I was condemned and I refused to accept evil help to speak. Because I know one day it will happen. And this was the second time. When it happened in 1991, I was the one who was bringing people. Those who left their wives here, they were coming to me. I was with them together. Security people will come and I refused. Now when Dr. John died, I was walking with my head up. Because I live among my people. I do not isolate myself. I was with you people. And I have seen the suffering of people in South Sudan. And I have seen now how South Sudan has been messed up. When I see you like this, it nourishes my soul. And I feel young every day. I don't grow old when I see my people like this. I will never grow old. If you are like this, united, without boundaries. When I see a lot of division, oh, this county, that county. One day I asked Tilar, when Yerul was made a county, then I told Tilar, can I tell you kafar? Well, I tell you congratulations. God malu. And look at this division. Can Mafi? Mafi at what? Mafi change? I said, with this, you are going to kill yourself. That's why I say kafar. But congratulations, because the services will come closer to the people. But you will not understand that it is for the services, the meaning of the counties being divided. But you are going to take it because of the color, but I think the one at Gabila, they are kafara. So I welcome you here. Our God, Dr. John, our ancestors, they are here today. I want you to feel at home. When Dr. Ria called me the first time, I was in Seychelles. Because we had a planning in December that we were going to go out with the kids. To go and meet and see how are we going to face the world when we are rejected by our own government people. We live in Sampa. So you take Mabior. And a mother would talk Mkulu. He understood. I'm happy that Mabior is among you as your son. God bless you. God bless Jangule. God bless Southern Sudan. God bless Africa. And God bless the region. The region has helped us. Uganda, even though they did that, what they did is not worse than what Salva did. God bless Kenya. God bless Ethiopia. Even Sudan. God bless Sudan. Thank you very much.
We should come to see you. I appreciate the connection made by Manao Peter and young Mabior to be able to come to your place here. Thank you for accepting our visit. This visit is just to come and chat with you. It is not particular for anything, but because of your status, we thought that it's necessary that we can come and share ideas with you, hear what we think, and we hear from you also what you are thinking about what is happening in our country. The fact that there is no peace in South Sudan is a concern. Even those who didn't want to talk, they must have an opinion now, because things are out of our hands. So there's nothing that I have written, but it is on that level that we go and see Mama Rebecca. Thank you very much. Me in particular, as an elder in Jonglei State, I have different views in what is going on. Of course, as an elder, I would only focus on peace. The war, we have fought it already in our times. But this time should be time the South can now enjoy the peace. And now the children are now again are upside down with lack of peace. Our people are in UNAMIS camps. They are in neighboring countries as refugees, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Ethiopia, in Khartoum, and the diaspora. This proves a lack of peace, you see. And who is going to solve this lack of peace? IGAD now has come. They forged this peace since last year. We are now 16 months. They ended up to tell us that the peace mediation has failed. So where do you go from here? Maybe they are drawing something that they will present to us to be our peace after they had failed. And the country is bleeding and suffering and dying. A lot of money has been spent on this peace, this failed peace. And when our people are dying, one would say maybe this should have been the other way. This money spent in hotels in Addis Ababa and Kenya and all everywhere. If it was used on our dying people, would even be, God would appreciate this. But now, it has even ended to tell us that peace has failed. The Nuer people, they heard you. And from the very beginning, when you said very clearly that there was no coup in Juba. And this particular utterance is recorded by all the entire Nuer people. Because it is always good to tell the truth. When people don't tell the truth, they cannot find solution for anything. And that's why IGAD today failed. Because they didn't want to find out what the truth was. You see, we think that IGAD has been trying to solve our problem, a problem they don't know. They didn't want to know it even, because if they want to know, they would have asked, what was the cause? What are the root causes? In a simple way, when we solve our problem locally, even at Nairobi, two people, they fought, you ask them, what was the cause? You see, you tell them what happened. So that you have the modality of how to solve the problem. IGAD did not do this. They went with it, and they ended up in a failure. The people are suffering. Nobody. See. So when part of the team to come and say you want to know what you are thinking. As a mother of nation, you have a role to play, as you chose to be neutral in all these groups. But you can play a neutral group. You should not hide or try to say, let them do it. Because these are your people. This is a part of the thing maybe we want to come to tell you. If you didn't know it, peace, you have a role to play in it. Because of your status, you know all these heads of the states, you know everybody in the world. For the respect of Dr. John and respect of you, you have a role to play. Now we have no peace in South Sudan. War is being agitated, is in the forefront. still will have to eat up a number of our people. And we cannot look at it in that way. To just remain silent or neutral. We think in our own corner as Nuer elders, whom I'm leading, we think that if we got has failed, let us try our own way of dealing with peace among ourselves. Why don't we go to our communities? We use, when in Williams we were there, and Lilir, we were all there. We solved our problem. Dr. Garang put us together in Moy Institute, all the different parties. They came together. We came and mandated him to negotiate with the government on all behalf as Southerners, which he did. And that's why we came with CPA. It was a struggle of many people to put our head together. As Southerners, why should we not make our decision? Why can we not put our head together? Because who is going to bring us that peace in a ready plate? This is the international community, which spend all that money hoping to bring peace for us. But peace being applied on our behalf without us even participating in it, how will they find the truth? So we have our own modality we can use as Southerners. We are not afraid of ourselves, you know. So only young people that are outside now because they're chased out of the country because of fear, being killed by our own government. The government we voted to power. Especially, I can say we, the Laundry, we voted for self-care 100%. If you look at the,
I know,
we 100%. But he is now pressing that he must go to law and destroy it, you know. He put this law and Dinka board. He wants us to be not related. You want to forge the Dinka board to be Jiang against Nuer. This language we never experienced before. You see. So a very big devil has come to our country. This thing. We will look at it, leave it to the international community to solve it for us, without we interfering to tell them that this is not the way of doing things. We will continue to die, and for a long time, because they don't have the solution. These young men, they are very eager to know what you think, what you stay for, what you are standing while you are sitting here in Nairobi in your house. What are you saying? Mainly, they are people of Jonglei. We have been together, Jonglei people, they know that they have been together. But they are now, they want to put their head together for a Nuer Dinka issue. We don't know where it came from. And personally, when the independence came, I found myself free. All my colleagues who died during the war, from Anyanya 1 and 2 SPLM, I know that we have achieved our peace at last. And we should have enjoyed it and live a good life. No, it is on the contrary. How can I now run for my life, come out of Kenya from my own people? Why? Part of it is that, and you know it very well, our people have lost vision of why we were fighting for. You see, this your group who call themselves SPLM, SPLA, it is this leadership which is destroying the South now. It is not the vision Garang was teaching us. It was not what we expected. And because he died, it could not be a reason to lose sight. If we were looking for that country for next future, for our grandchildren, you see. But this is what is happening now. You are a colleague to these groups, whether they are with Salva Kiir, or they are with Pagan, or they are with Dr. Yak. This group is failing the South now. Okay? You are among them. This was not the vision of Garang. If it was Garang, he said very clearly that this is your peace. I brought it for you, you protect it. And he had a vision of taking the town to the people. This did not happen. Instead of taking down, people took the money, the resources for themselves, and spent it on themselves, taking it to other countries. Instead of developing in their own country, they go and also just buy houses from Australia, America, they enjoy and leave the country. They did not deliver. The aspiration of people had never been met. They didn't get what they want, the people of South want. I know my people, they want to live life because I know the history. We started with it when we were young people, like these students, and we live in our whole life with it. Inside, outside, we have been struggling. Those who died, they died for what? When the leaders would just come and then forge themselves to be very special and spending money of South, resources in the South for themselves, you know. This was not the vision people were fighting for. So here, particularly Nuer Lau, Ngawar, and Bor, we should discover ourselves. We should not be indulged to a situation we did not start ourselves. See. Personally, Anna Gabriel, you know how I struggled. When I met you and Garang in Addis Ababa in 1987, I was bringing Nyanya too. I went with Bedit and Ilya Thuru and Dr. Garang and Mangistu in the political office. For their unity, we took oath in that place, 5 of us, for the sake of the South. We don't want South for individuals, it is South for all. People have worked and struggled for it. And Nyanya Chu joined SPLM. And that way we had victories. This is what I came to tell Dictor in Nairobi here. When they split it with Riak, we want to bring Riak back with him. I came with Adwin and Eliaba again. And we managed to talk to the doctor. And we had a good time. Although no people were bringing them together, honestly. But it was to bring Riak back with Garang. You see. Only Riak came later. He didn't make use of our advice. We behave as elders because this country, we know it, and we are the people who enlighten everybody for this struggle. When things happen, we stay behind because this is our people. That's what our people want. After Addis Ababa, we went to Uganda together. You were leading the delegation of SPLA. I was there. We came here in Nairobi. We were talking of the unity. And actually, I was with the African parties. What we were doing was to mobilize the region behind the movement. That's why SPLA later on came and opened offices in Alden. But SPLA was stuck in Ethiopia. But we brought you to Uganda, here in Kenya, Tanzania, and there to the world. Became a popular movement. Always our heart is for the unity of the South and keep the people of the South together. Now this tribalism is fanned by leadership, thing we never knew before. Now, I think that we deserve to be visited, and to be reminded, not to sit behind what is happening. You will not differ with anybody because you are not aspiring for anything except peace. It's what we expect you to be doing. So these people, they are from Launwer, all of them. Great Akobo. When we got our independence, we put call to leadership of Jonglei. And you remember that when we became the secretary of SPLA, I was the one who moved and told all of you nobody to contest. Let us give it to call. And we gave it to call. My expectation is that call would unite Jonglei, would unite the people. Because Garang, when the last time we met in Rumbek, when he met the leadership of the people, I met him. I was number 8 in the list. After I went to Garway in Yuai, and then he sent me a plan from Yuai, I went to Rumbek. You see. Unfortunately, he died. But you are telling me, Uncle, with what you did, because I didn't ask for any condition, like people who used to join SPLM. I didn't give him any condition, I want this, no. You see. I had to join him because we already gave him the mandate in the Moya Institute as leaders. He told me, I will unite Jonglei with you. We'll do it. When we went to Juba, we went to Uganda, he didn't come back.
I didn't call you Mother of Nation. It is after I hear from BBC that what is taking place in Juba is not a governmental process. People are killing in this street, target of one tribe. From there, I have known, if we love me today, we are doing bad things in South Sudan, you can criticize us. If Shuluk are doing that, you can criticize them. It is that day that I call you Mother of Nation, after your statement. I came today to tell you, if you are being criticized by other people, why you say it, it is right thing. Because those people who were killed, they are created by God. The blood or anything can protect you from those who are targeting you from nothing, because you have seen bad thing done. If we are doing bad thing today, you can tell us, you Launwer, you are wrong. And then we can respect. This is number one. Number two, I want to highlight everything to all of us. We have a problem that is not simple to be eradicated. We Nilotics or South Sudanese in general, we have a problem of civilization. You might be educated person from primary, junior secondary school, high secondary, diploma, degree, master degree, PhD degree. And then when your statement is coming out, when I see somebody very well educated saying negative statement toward other communities in South Sudan, now it gives you values more than anybody in South Sudan, because those who are in Juba, they are saying nothing happened, those people are just for nothing, and you stated those who are in opposition, maybe they can go for their policies. You are the neutral person. I would advise you to stand there. Mabior is with us, it's our person. But you stand there telling truth. Whoever making complications with your own interests, you can protect the sovereignty of South Sudan. This is number 2. Number 3, he has mentioned when fighting took place after the Juba incident, we talked. Me, I was in Nairobi here with Commissioner. Others were in Juba.
I was in Bor.
You were in Bor, but you joined me in 1 week time.
I think I came December 27.
Yeah.
28, yeah.
We talked to people, and Dr. Riek also is caution of 91. They say no. You want to fight Salva Kiir, you use Garang road, because he knows nobody there. And this is what we tell them also. We are people of Jungle. We talk with them in Bor. They asking us, no, we are people of Jungle. Don't do this, don't do this. Until things mess up.
She did not only say that it was not a coup. She did not only say that people who were killed. She also mentioned the number of people who were killed in the house of Victoria. And she also highlighted the failure of our government in Juba. And all these are on records. Leadership, Mama, is a sacrifice. And we have seen that from Dr. John. Me, I've been coming to your different houses. I've been when Dr. Incident happened, I was here, and even I was in that house in Lavington when people gathered together. And we were together in Congo during the Apenal conference. I was the one having the record. All Dr. John tapes, where he spoke for 6 hours, I have them up to now. Not only you alone, Mama, who's under pressure, Mabior is also under pressure. Even the other young people. John Penn. If you see what they are going through from their relative, from their colleague, from their communities, these people are leaders. The pressure they are hanging on to, they are leaders. They are very strong leaders. When you are a leader, you must accept to sacrifice on your behalf of your people. And this is what you people are going through. What is happening in our nation is not about leadership. It's not that Dr. Riek is going to be leadership or anywhere to come to a leadership. We need to make a change for all. Even the minor tribes that are in the south, they must get the right. They must be considered that they are Southerners. When General Lago came to leadership, Mahdi are not the majority. They are very minor tribe. Abdallah Gasimala, Abdallah Rosas is coming from a very minor tribe. But nobody had a problem. Joseph Tumbara also. What has affected us today is a failure of leadership. Even when people are taking this propaganda, they say Denka Nuer war. That's not true. Because even the Nuer were not aware that they were going to be killed. They could have prepared themselves for the war, and they can fight it well. But they were not aware that there was anything coming to them. They were caught when they were sleeping. We all knew, I am a media, I've been following your press conferences. It was an issue within the party. Differences within the opinions, within the governance of the party, within the ideology of the party. And then it was turned tribal, intentionally. It was actually intentional. For us to keep our community united, as Uncle said it, is not one way. It's the role of the two communities. The Gawar, the Law, the Denka Bor is our role, because South has been divided into regions, into states. Even into tribes. But if we were not there, we did not find ourselves because we have become a state. We were there even before the state. Even before Jungule became a province, we were a community, and we will remain a community. And that factor, nobody can take it away. Nobody can take it away. We have been a community, and we will remain a community. Even that idea of state are to be abolished, we will remain a community. We will remain a community. And that fact must remain there. It is our role to see that our state, Jungule, our communities in Jungule remain intact. Our state must remain intact. This general problem of South Sudan should not end up in a state as it happened in 1991. Even the issue of 91 was a SPLM problem, as Uncle put it. What killed people in 91 was a SPLM. SPLM started killing people. I am a member of SPLM. I only resigned from SPLM when I went to contest as independent. I had to give my resignation to Governor Cole, because these things that we were seeing in the SPLM are the one that has exploded today. SPLM must shape itself. Even I am among the people who is against this Arusha thing. Because these are the same people who has been destroying the South. These are the same people who has been killing the people. And if you put them back again to govern us, nothing will change. Instead of taking the turn to the village's uncle, they will still taking everything to their pocket. And nothing will change. We are for a total transformation of the country and our policies. What I am saying is that even if you are under pressure, the fact that you are a mother of the nation, you cannot shy away from it. You must take all that pressure, and you must have perseverance. Mabior is a different person. I have many friends and many colleagues from Bor community. But I have known Mabior for very closely for a short time when we came and worked together with Manawa here. But I have friends. Now I have taken Mabior as my friend Atemyak. Atemyak think differently. This I think tribal thing, we must think beyond tribal line. For us to have a nation, we must think beyond tribal line. And Atemyak, I work with him in this South Sudan post. He was our chief editor. I have learned him very well. He thinking beyond this tribal line. This is the person I can testify about him. And this is a concept we need. For us to have a nation, for us to live as a community in Jungule, we must think beyond tribal line and beyond clan. That's why people voted for Cole and they rejected Georgia Thor, because we have a lot of connection. we, the law, and the whole people. Our interest has not started when called contested. It started when Abel was working with late Uncle Peter, and even before that. We have a role to play. I would very much agree with Uncle. Even if you G10, you are staying as neutral, there will be time that this neutrality will not be there. Like the pressure that is happening in Malakal among the Chiluk. If Pagan joins people and Wijai, they will not remain G10, they will be less than 10. Then Alora BA now has been taken by Jalaba. If they are now become Northerners, you will also leave your group. Because
she is not with the 10, that is why they are called 10.
I am taking them back to Juba because these were the people of the change from the SPLM. These are the facts that we cannot shy away from. For us to have a South that we inspire for, and for us to have the community that we want to be, we must change things. It's not IGAD that can change things for us. We must be part of that change. If it is a change that may bring the change to all self-arrest that they will be out, it is a change because it said the change can also change you. The change can also change you. The Nuer people are fighting not because they want to be a leader. They are fighting because they were very bitter for the way they were killed, for something they do not know. If they were killed in the front line for the war, they decided there would have not been a complaint, but they are very bitter because the way they were killed was very unfortunate. This is what makes them very angry. Even the White Army, when they came, nobody called them. And they were coming directly to Juba. They had nothing to do with war because they knew where the problem started. Yes. They knew where the problem started. They were coming directly to Juba. It's because they were asked not to go to Juba by this UN. It was UN who put the pressure to the leadership of opposition to tell the White Army not to come to Juba. Things could have been different now. They have nothing to do with the board. But because people wanted to twist things the way they want, that's why now board has been affected and the community of Jungule has been affected. And it was made intentional.
Biblically, they say curse go to more than 4 generations. The same with blessing. When you are a blessed family, now your grandson will make use of that legacy. And it's not a surprise for me to hear you that you were talking that word, because you have a responsibility. And that responsibility has no limit. What is wanted now is that, yes, all of us, we wore chalk, but any man-made thing is possible to be solved. If it is not from God and is a man-made disaster, people are capable to solve the problem. But sometimes there must be a spirit of self-denial. We will not expect that a Messiah will be sent to South Sudan to get us out, but we must be very brave to accept that what we have done, those who witness the independence of South Sudan, that we have an opportunity, a responsibility to continue what our ancestors did. Struggle for South Sudan has not started with SPLA in 1983. It began quite a long time ago when outsiders came to intrude the South Sudan, even with the scramble for Africa. But very few learned from this history. Some in the leadership, they were not part of South Sudan history. They were brought by incident, And if they are behaving that way, that is their legacy. As Uncle Gabriel said it, problem of South Sudan is not that much complicated if there is political will, there is a spirit of accepting our mistakes, and now somebody else can come and tell us, okay, you do it this way. I used to hear when I talk with some of colleagues, I know. If you ask them now why people are dying, I believe no one will say, yes, I know South Sudanese were going to die. But they were knowing everything, all the mistakes which happened in Juba. If you ask any of your colleagues, because you are at the heart of the system, we don't accept that there are things which are lacking. But also God can bring this temptation to alert us. We are here as a community. We came to greet you because we believe even if you didn't see us physically, your heart is actually concerned. You have a task to do, and it was your choice. If you cannot knock all the doors, but you need to advise people that is a time now for us as South Sudanese to realize that this country is going to disarray. We are not exceptional. It happened in Iraq. Iraq is stronger than South Sudan. They have human capital. They have the same. I'm working in oil, okay? Kirkuk production for a day is not equal to our 3 months production. Where is it? We have to accept that what has happened is wrong. If we accept that reality, this is where people will negotiate. So our challenge now is that some of us are deceiving themselves. When brothers are fighting, no winner. Because you are from the same mother, you are from the same father. You can defeat me today, tomorrow I defeat you, and it will be non-stop. But the only solution is that we accept that people have died. We expose ourselves to the world. We are now become very, very simple people. Through your personal relation, things has to come in order. Things has to come in order by saying truth. And as communities, your neighbor is always the first person whom you knock his door. If two of you become calm when there is row, the third neighbor will hear that things are coming quiet. And this is actually our major challenge. No one will keep on borrowing to the government of South Sudan, nor to the movement, and UNIMIS will not take the population of South Sudan. Now in Malakal, people are moving from their home, from Atar, from Balia, they are going to the same UNIMIS. Time will come that even UNIMIS can welcome our president if things are going that way. Why do we wait to that stage? Let us wake up. Let us see that the only solution to this situation is peace. There have been so many wars, but without peace there is no victories. And only victory for us as South Sudanese, if we want to have a nation, is to accept peace. I have no more to say, but I appreciate the welcoming. And as you start, you need to open dialogue. But we believe experience of Wuniliet was one of the good things. What we are now facing is CPA legacy. It was a top deal. People finished with formation of the government, and our people never see peace. You have been to Bor several times. We were in Bor when we were living in Rawakib. We went to Wanglei several times. CPA has not reached our people, but because people were deprived from their rights, that is why they don't have something good to see, to hear about South Sudan. They opt to the chaos, hoping that everybody will suffer, but the reading was wrong. Let us ask for peace, and this peace must come from individual. IGAD can impose peace to us, but will not be sustainable. Thank you, Uncle.
What happened in 2013? To me, it is like it was like a football game, and the referee was the president, Salva Kiir Mayardit. When he blew a whistle like this, so people run after the ball. So my voice, I don't blame the people of South Sudan. I put the whole blame on the government. In that day, the 10 states of the South, when one ethnic group had been targeted by the government and was not by a certain ethnic group. Anyway, almost for 1 year plus, we are outside our country. What I would like to add is that as a children of Jonglei State, Uncle has stated before, whatever peace will come from IGAD, it is peace. My concern is ourselves, with the people or the children of Jonglei State, because I love Jonglei State myself. Peace will go according to the 10 states of the South, despite what our leader is doing now. There is more than 20 states now. But according to the peace agreement, we have 10 states in the South. In particular, we, the people of Jonglei State. My concern right now is that if peace has come, we, the 11 counties of Jonglei State, we need to do something right now to build confidence again among ourselves. And we have a very huge message to be conveyed to our people and to be known by any individual in Jonglei State. Other people in Jonglei State now, people fearing Nuer will come and all these things. But what we are doing now, the responsible for what happened in South Sudan is the government. Even myself, when I ran away from Juba, because of that confusion happened between one political party. So I was under my bed for 4 days. And I was not a part of that what happening. And I was to be killed because of my ethnic group. And I'm not even a member in that confusion. I'm a Forum Party member. But because of my ethnic group, I was to be killed. I ran away. But I thank God for this period of time, for the letter we convey all over the world, that what happened is not between Dinka and Nuer. Who did this? It is a responsibility of the government of South Sudan. The whole tribe of the Republic of South Sudan, those who are governing the government, from Nuer, Dinka, Shuluk, or whatever, all tribes of the South, they are responsible for this. So this message, it took place already. So what I would like to add to what been said by my colleagues is that we need to build confidence from now with the people of Jonglei State. And I have a positive feeling that peace is coming. So I thank you again. It is a remarkable day. I think for myself, this is my second time to check hands.
I was in Liberty with Honorable Deng before he left for Nairobi in November. And I tell him one story. When I came to Nairobi, come and ask him for it, I tell him, Deng, I have a terrible dream. He tell me, what is that dream? I said that there's a terrible thing that happened here in South Sudan. And I saw people, soldiers with uniform and gun, they're looking for us. And they're looking with particular people that they have different uniform. They call it what I don't know, I don't even forget the name of the uniform. And I don't wear the uniform, but I was hiding. And there's some Denkas colleague, I know them, I forget their name. They come and tell us, so they know this guy is not among those groups. And I saw a lot of people, a lot of house burning and people killing themselves. It's just a dream, and we just leave it. When this moment happened, I realized that was the dream that I dream about.
It's a revelation.
Yeah, you know, when I was in Bur, I was with Honorable Moses. One thing happened in Juba, you know, when anything happened, there are people who want to take advantage of it. There are people who want to start the trouble, and the community of Greater Akobo in Jongle. So we try very hard to calm it down. People are talking, no, people are killing in Juba, Nuer are killing by Denka and something like that. No. This is a Juba issue. It is not our concern here. Until the 18th, when the governor came from Juba to Bor. It was like 4 o'clock, and the governor went straight to his house. We went to the governor's house, and governor briefed us about the situation in Juba. There's this use. Gadir did not send soldiers to Bor. Gadir was in Malwalashad and Panapandia. There are only like organized forces, and these local youth were roaming around, making agitation and things like that. And we were in the meeting in the governor's house. I think it's around 6 or 5:45 when they start shooting at us. And things fall apart. So we were here, we ran to the unimis, and the organized forces start fighting in the town. You know, Nuer and Denka are running to unimis together. Some of the Denka are running to the villages, to outside the town. And some of them who are not able to go, they run to unimis with Nuer. They run to the unimis. It was like 2 days in a row when people are starting. I was in my house in Block 4. I don't want to leave. When I get the call from with this uncle Daniel Denkut. Daniel Denkut is my chairman. Yeah, Daniel, he told me, Tur, where are you now? I tell him I came to the governor's house. Are you at home? I said, I just left home. He said, okay. Please don't come back to your house.
You were telling you.
Yeah. He told me that don't come. Yeah. Don't come back to your block 4.
Inside of control.
Yeah, things are out of control. You cannot, we cannot, we don't know what will happen. You tell you where you can be safe. And then I say we run to the unimis. That people feel shocked. This incident. There's a lot of people who are talking. This is Denka versus Nuer, or Nuer versus Denka. And I have a different idea too. They said, always people said, when you have oil, either a curse or a blessing. The leadership of the people of South Sudan. And I think maybe a oil become a curse to us, where there's no plan for development, where there's no plan for good governance, where there's no plan for peace. People are just graphing. When you get something, you go out with it because you don't feel safe in the country. I think oil become a curse to us. But there's a saying, the whole house can be destroyed by one person. And the whole community can be saved by one person too. The idea came from one person. And that's the bottom line while we are the reason why we come here. You know, when people are trying here and there for peace, then there will be people who can sacrifice for peace. People who don't have interest. Riek cannot bring peace because maybe he has interest. Salva Kiir cannot bring peace because he has interest. He wants to remain the head of the state. Anything jeopardizing his leadership, he will not accept it. Anything excluding Riek will not accept it. But the rest of the people who are, stakeholders, who have nothing to do with that, they can have a formula that can be forged, that can bring people together. People must be honest from here. When we are fighting the war in the whole Sudan, we did not even reach that extent. In 3 months, South Sudan is upside down. We don't have the country now. Whatever little we put down is now gone. See today the economy of the country. What we did in 1.5 years, it will cost us 10 years to build it, put it back. So it is my pleasure to come here, try to our boy. We know it, you know it already, and we know that you are trying. We follow it, we read, even we have contact with Uhuru, with Museveni of Uganda, with Ethiopian. So you are the mother of the nation. You are well recognized by this region. Your input. You know, sometimes when I read the first paper of the IGAD, that they call it peace, because we don't want something that we can take us back to the war. Because they can put something, halfway truth or something like that. Later on, it is ourselves who will find ourselves in the war again in Juba or in South Sudan. Because we can put something that can guide us, that can prevent another war. So, if people are really, if IGAD member state, if they are really honest, and they want this war to be end, they can end it. Very simple. But it is maybe in my opinion, I say that they don't even want it, because they want the weak government in Juba that cannot defeat the rebel, and they don't want rebel to defeat the government. They want it that way, then they benefit. And that's my view. I don't know, I might be wrong.
Businesses are working.
Then their business is working, and that's it. Because they will dictate Salva Kiir. If it is our way, we will be defeated by the rebel. And then they will not support rebel very much. It's good that they stand the spirit of John Garang, the legacy is left for you, and you are the one who can even try your best. If they don't want to hear from you, you say it. You said it, and that's all. Thank you very much.
Because we are one people. Nothing will actually scatter us that we will not see each other. Whether we kill ourselves or we are in peace, we will remain as we are. What is exceptional is that now the nation is collapsed. You see, I've been asked by one of the colleagues, I say, okay, if you left job 15 months, and then you even accumulate a portion of money, you put them somewhere, after 15 months, you will still earn them. No, I think our own economic is collapsed. The country in general, economic is collapsed. Everything is down now. So if you even have little, the surrounding relative will imitate that box in a very short time in the day to come. So as Uncle Gabriel put it, I think there is an issue of coming to ourselves to see what is the way forward from here. What do we want to do now? And those who can invest are those who may have way to carry some of the program out for others to help us, especially you. You will not be like any others of us who have been working. You have a special consideration. I had to suggest, if you think that you can suffer yourself, because a hard work is a hard work, and you cannot just face it with simple strategy. Our people, they become so, you know, all cross line from Dukpadiet, Lagad Kolnyang, Nazmazara Sanafat. And I have colleagues I used to talk. Mabior Zara. So الحنجر هيكون موجود في منطقة بتاعنا في السنة ده لو ما في سلام. It will be very severe, I tell you. ناس هيتعبوا. So we need at least to have somewhere a certain power that will can put us into reinforcement to bring peace in. If not, it's too much. What our people are bearing is unbearable. I'm saying this because, as Uncle Gabriel put it, that a mother of a nation, you will remain there, nothing will shape you out. Because already, if you get our money now, Uncle Dr. John head is there in our money. Do you think it will be taken out tomorrow? No. So it remain there. Generations to come, they will stay remembered. For you have a high ground where you can stand and develop some of the things. If you need help from friends, I think you can do it. Yes, situation is big because everything is in a mess. To correct it is not easy, I know. But the little you fall in, I think with the help of others who are backing us, I think peace will come. Through our effort, as Uncle Gabriel put it. Because I have read a lot what has been jotted down by IGAD to bring peace, with the pulling of the string between them and the international community, friend of South Sudan and all this, the friend of IGAD and the friend of Africa, the AU. It is now very hard to come to conclusion to bring about peace. Now it's not easy. So I encourage you that try to see to it that you still have a task. Because the people don't accept you, of course they will not accept you because they say truth is sauce. Nobody can swallow it. Truth is very, very, very difficult. If you blame Salva Kiir now, you will say that, oh, he's an outsider already. He's against me. They don't see the vision of the nation has collapsed. And then how do you restore it back? It's very difficult. So I have to stop here. I know Comrade Mabior, the young man, and he talked to us during at which point came to join us here. He said a very important word. He said, people, let us go out with this word. Nobody think about it already. I think some, in that day, they took it into notice that something is there to be corrected. Misconception that those whom you let go to the field and kill themselves, and you tell them tomorrow, come and stand before me here and praise me that I am your leader. How do you make it? He said there is no national army in South Sudan when things fall apart in that way. How do you correct that situation and make them come back? So unless you treat them here, this portion here and there, and then you begin to select them and form a national army after, not right away. So let that misconception not take us away from telling other people that we are forming two armies. This is not two armies. We are going to correct the general situation of the South that has run into a mess led by the leadership of the country.
I want to say this for the sake of that lovely country we have, that now we abandon because of our individual thinking, that I don't want you to be there. And then if you are to be buried there, what is the difference between your physical body stay alive, and then you will have your own home there where you will get buried one day when God takes you? What is the difference? We'll still share. Nobody will go out from that land. But it is so dear to us that we lost a country after shedding a lot of blood of our people. Again, we lost it. I used to say that what is happening now, don't say that unless God have mercy on us, peace will not come soon, because our hearts are not clean. Our hearts are not clean. So, as you welcome us before, those very words I actually jot down in my memory. Somebody told us that when you have a heart which has the flame of burning fire toward any good thing, God come to your help, and what you do will not fall down. The building will stand. So try, let us not get discouraged that nothing will come after all. Now, thing will change, because human being life is a cycle. Bad side come and good side come. Maybe it is a teaching to us now that before those years we didn't test life, but after 8 years we test life, again it breaks again. Maybe God will give us another chance, that the rest of these young people, maybe they will enjoy life and will last. It will last. So, but you need people who can stand, Christ on that gaps to mend it again, and this country will go back to normal. And then whatever we destroy, maybe we can rebuild it again. Thank you very much for your time
When I
today.
went to that last meeting, the first question people asked me, where is your brother Mabior? First Dr. Riek Machar. The second is Garwendol. I tell him he's in Nairobi, and I asked him, for the second meeting. I told him Mabior had a problem last peace talk in Addis with the Ethiopian authority, and then he decided not to go again to Addis. Meeting in Fagak, we are coming through Addis Ababa. If there's a direct flight to Fagak, he's supposed to join us. And then he advised me, this is Garwendol, the chief of staff of the army. You need to talk to him carefully. He's supposed to attend all this meeting, because his father, he's the one who started this movement, and he worked hard to help people of South Sudan to get their freedom. And if we are joining it now, even if it's a small government in Fagak, he's supposed to attend all the meeting. It's a strong message to us here as a family of Garang, to encourage him. Whatever it took him, he need to attend all the meetings. Whatever he refused in what happened in Addis, there's a demand. Even the soldiers, white army, people, Garang Jani, what's wrong? Hey, Binay Thuraban Kanke. I want to take picture with Mabior for Facebook. So he's a well-known all our areas, all Nuer land.
They actually
They like him.
He has restored the image of Garang.
And then also, they feel if Mabior is there, everything will be okay. He's well safe in Low Nuer land. Even in Twigi's area, in Bor, he's not safe than when he's in the Nuer people. This is a strong message I need to tell you. And and people must know it carefully. Because a lot of people, if you are going to the social media, whatever you're going, if you get people who are challenging Mabior, they are from the same community, from Twitches, from Bor. Part of them are jealousy because Mabior is small, is Dinka. He's small, but now in our hierarchy, is a person number 7 or number 8 in the leadership of the movement. In the member of the political bureau of the movement. He will never go down again. He will go up. So let us work hard together as a family. And us as his brother, his comrade in the movement, let us maintain him in the position. Let him go up, not to go down. That's what made me give my statement at this meeting. I'm supposed not to talk. I'm just talking on behalf of my brother. I need him to go up, not to go down. And the type of leadership he started now is very strong because it starts from within the Nuer. Some of people from Bor, they thought if you want to get leadership, you're supposed to stand from Bor community. But now Mabior started from opposite. He started his leadership from it will be easier to get supporters from. He's another tribal leader. Come and claim from Twitches or from Bor community or from Denka in general. They say if not us, Mabior will not be where he is now. This is one fact we need to recognize it. Also, we need to tell him every time to remember it. There is a need to visit people down. They need him. When he went to the meeting of Nasser, you cannot believe it. Even Riek Machar is the one who keep asking for Mabior. Because the town consists of white army, more than 5,000 with armed people are shooting. And she's going there without the bodyguard. And Mabior doesn't like to stay in one place. Like Machar call him sit here. After 2 minutes, Mabior is somewhere. He's gone. Come at night, walking around, going everywhere. It's the type of leadership we need. Now people are still asking him. The people who saw him in Nasser, saw him in all these meetings, they're asking him in Fagak. We will discuss it with him. The next meeting, he's supposed to attend it. It's the most important things. This is one. Number 2, what's happening now in South Sudan? I will consider just in Greater Upper Nile. If you see in Greater Upper Nile, specifically in Malakal, the war started in Jungule. But we people in Jungule managed it. We didn't turn it to Nuer Dinka fight. We put it as opposition and the government fight. We managed in Jungule State. They tried to put it as Bor Dinka, whatever, but they didn't manage. But in Upper Nile, they managed to divide people. Now Shuluk are fighting Nuer. Nuer are fighting people of Maban. People of Padang are fighting Shuluk. People of Padang are fighting Nuer. And tomorrow people of Padang will fight themselves also. Kir managed to divide people of Upper Nile. And also in Unity State, he divided people. People of Bul are fighting people of Ler. People of Ler are fighting people of Jikany. The things are messed up.
People of Pariang.
Pariang, they are fighting Nuer. He managed to take the war at the grassroots level in Upper Line and in Unity State. But he failed in Jungule State. One of the factors that make him fail, one of them is you. Because you distance yourself from what is happening. You put yourself as the mom of the nation. You didn't join any side. You tell the truth what is going on in Jungule State. And also people of Low Nuer, they get the message from the beginning. When people are in Gadiang, they mobilize themselves. Even that quest, you always mention your name. You didn't meet with him. They know what is going on. Jesus fight between government of Kir and the others. And sometimes they put it level of Upper Nile and Bahar Ghazal to use it for the politics. If they fail not to take the war to Jungule, let us start from this corner to unite people of Upper Nile. This is my second message to you. And the right person to start is you. Not Uncle Yalda, not me, not others, but you.
Because we have parts.
Because we have a part, we have interests, we have our own differences. But you don't have any problem. Even if they are talking now, they don't want Selpa, they don't want Riek Machar. We don't have any option except to come to you. But now, let us start from here. Even when we are talking with Mabior, he say yesterday he met with Stephen Farr, and Stephen Farr say, why now just organize a meeting between the leadership of Lone Whale, and then we're supposed to make it as a bigger meeting. I tell him, just we have started. The next 2 weeks, we will come to the level of Jungule, Gawar, and Panjab. We'll talk to them, all of them, and then we come again. I tell him, this is our house. I talk to Bobby, I tell him, no, tomorrow let us have our small meeting. We'll brief him on our meeting, and then we'll have another big meeting for people of Jonglei State, the leader. Right. 10 of 11, we come again, we sit, we analyze what's going on in our state, and then we put the recommendation. Thank you.
We have not yet reached any consensus. It is time to lobby. It's time for us to tell them what we can do, give us a chance as Southerners. Their approach has failed, but we have never been facing ourselves. Number two, we are the new elders. We want to have a community meeting with the Dinka elders of all the other communities, because we want to know what the Dinka are saying about this war. Is it our war? Can we reject it? They are the elders. Sometimes they have advice to the people. They lead the people. We take a positive side, not a negative side, to behave as a Nuer or a Dinka. Let us behave as Southerners. We may find a solution better than what is being discussed. So this is just for you. And when you know, you understand it, and you want to lobby, you will put it part of your lobby, which we are among the things we are telling you, that we don't want you to sit down and sit back. We want you to play a role this time.
God is there for you to come today and to come to this house this day on Saturday. This is why Mabior was recording it. Everything we are doing today or on these days is historical. Whether you are saying bad things or you are saying good things, historical. It will be recorded and it will be there for the generations to come. So I'm really very happy to receive you. What I said, the remarks that I welcome you with, it was from the bottom of my heart. Because my heart bleed when I saw Southern Sudan disintegrating. It hurts. It hurts because when Dr. John died, I saw it as Dr. John and 5 others. There were 6. Southern Sudan, the leadership of the SPLM was intact. So is the vision and the CPA were intact. And my kids are there. And I said exactly the same words that we touch on. Their leaders come and go. But what is important is the legacy that the leader left behind. And I knew that in my heart, if I misbehave myself, I will be playing to a tune of our enemy. Yeah. So that was what they wanted. Yeah. That Madame Rebecca will throw herself down, the army will see, and everybody will see, they will start killing each other, and so is the anarchy. I knew it and I did not give that chance. So the CPA was written, it was like tying a knot. Now some people were trying to claim it, but they could not. Nobody can claim it because it was negotiated and it was tied a knot until the end of the 9th of July. There was no any contribution of anybody except when those of Pagan and those leaders who were in Khartoum was pushing the edges when there were some, and then they pushed edges. Those areas which were not touched has not come in. Like for example, Mabior area, the two areas of Blue Nile and Gassana, and then also the borders of South Sudan. Because what happened is that the glasses of a united Sudan or a Southern Sudan or SPLM that we put from 1994, that the borders of the SPLM for the time being would be from five regions. The three traditional regions of South Sudan, Blue Nile and Nuba Mountains 5. We took these glasses and put it down and we started to put the glasses of Southern Sudan. That's what we wanted, and now when we get Southern Sudan, we'll have only, we'll have our oil and we'll have our country. That's it. But what is the vision was not there. What I wanted to tell you here is that we lack leadership. There's no leadership in Southern Sudan. And I say this many times in the media, not in the house like this, but in the media, because the truth must be said. And they say it in the Bible that the truth shall set us free. Because you know, if you hide something and you fear God, you know God is seeing your heart. So what you will do is to say the truth. Whether you like it or not, you must say it. Consistency brought us to where we were in 2013, December. But what I have seen, there is a limitation for everybody. God give you maybe a limitation or a purpose for your life. So I thought that from the interim period until after we vote for our independent, our referendum, and then our independent. But afterwards, what will we do? Now, the limitation came in. Lack of leadership. And those boys who call, as you say, call themselves Group of 11, everybody has a mistake. All of us. In Mashakal al-Hassan in Sudan, we all have our part.
Contribution.
What happened is that they continue to advise Salva. When Salva did not want to listen, they say, let us sit, you will fall and then we will get it.
Ambition.
It didn't work. It will not work like that.
No.
The leadership does not work like that. Because these leaders are the ones who fought for this country vigorously, and I know them.
And they didn't know they were going to fall with him together.
And I even told John, look, when they came here and I want to receive them, I gave my remarks and I said that, oh, you know, everything into goodness betau and the bad part of it.
And the end of it.
But they were surprised to open their eyes. What would be good in this thing that she's going to say? Then I said the good thing is that, the bad thing you were in the prison. But the good thing is that John Luke was with you in the prison. Because he's the one who wrote the Constitution. And I argued with him in the political bureau about this Constitution. And I got a John Luke Constitution, but into shortfalls. John Luke did not want to listen. John Luke and McCoy, they are just like twins.
Thought they were making it.
The goodness is that you were in. Galay, these people told me when we were in the prison. So we no leadership until now. You are blaming the region and you are blaming the IGAD. When the CPA was negotiated, without the leadership, CPA would have not been successful. And we have to give credit also to Bashir. He's a leader.
Very high.
And Dr. John, now here, the leadership is lacking. Who's going to make decision? Who's going to make concession? Because people think that concession are simple thing that you can make concession. Concessions are the big problem that you made decision on. And when Dr. John came here, when he was going to Naivasha, he was in the officers' conference in Rumbek, 1,500 senior officers. When he came to Wilson Airport, he was asked by the media, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm coming here to make big decisions."
Yeah.
When it is true, because he has been mandated by his people. And then his leadership ability, plus what his people has told him, gave him power.
Yes.
So that he comes and make decisions.
Mandate.
A leader makes decisions, whether it is bad or good, you make decisions. Because why you make those decisions, your people will think today they are bad, but tomorrow they will appreciate. A leader who fears decisions is not a leader. It's not a leader. So our main problem, you people are going here and there, but it is nothing. It is leadership. I'm not blaming the IGAD. Because when we were being supported during the struggle, we were not being supported because we have suffered. Oh, these people of South Sudan have suffered, so let us support them. No. Everybody have or has interest in Southern Sudan. That's why they are supporting us. And now when we came after the independence, what did we do? We threw away all our people and we rushed to positions, to filling our pockets, forgetting the spirit of dead people, the widows, the orphans, our friends, including Mengistu. Mengistu. The Mengistu who was saying that even Dr. John, if I have one loaf of bread only left in my store, we'll cut in half. We forgot about him. I asked President Salva to give me an opportunity to go and visit these friends because they know me. I will do it on behalf of the SPLM. They don't want. So afterwards, in 2012, I gave up. And I went to him. I said, "Mr. President, I wanted to go and farm. You gave me to be your advisor, but there is no ears where I can advise on."
Because he went into the media.
Yeah. I said that. And I told him, "I don't want to betray you." I said that I'm fed up to here. Please allow me to go home to go and farm. That's when I came home to farm. And I told him, "Look, there is something in Dinka called Oro. Something put in the cattle camp where you put the books of the Lebanon.
Shrine.
Ana good at that? Can waga. All the books that are forgot that. Kasar Kulu. I will not get you there." I said, "No." And I told him, "Mr. President, what you are doing was not what has killed our people. The people who have died, on top of it, Dr. John, that's not what you are doing now." And this is exactly what Mabior asked him. He does not have an answer for it. I went home, and later I found out that Salva was sponsoring the how do you call them, renegades, to destabilize Jongule.
Yeah.
Because somebody advised him that the people of Jongule are the one who give the government in Juba problems.
Yeah.
So you give them problems so that they continue facing, struggling for themselves instead of seeing your government.
Don't give you a problem.
This is why he brought Yao Yao. So Yao Yao was sponsored to destabilize people of South Sudan, not more or less.
No.
Because I want to speak in the name of big tribe. But because if you analyze the problems, you must always identify the problem. It's like your body. When you have pain, you don't say that generally, if the pain is on your shoulder, you say generally all my body is aching. No. It's my shoulder which is aching so that the doctor is able to diagnose what is the symptoms. Because you are the one to give the doctor the idea of symptoms so that he can, because the doctor is not a god. Yeah. So according to what you explain, then he will say, okay, maybe it is this. Then he target those areas. So Kalam, Fibele Betana, we have a problem. The third thing is what he was saying before. We go to school, we are being taught maybe by Westerners, by maybe here in the region, but what we write there is tribalism. Instead of seeing the theory of what you are being taught. Because there was a time, you know, when I was almost getting married, I was very young. But it went to my mind that, you know, at that time, no Kalambata education, no, when you are in love, that's it. So my father said, no, my daughter need to continue study. So one of his friends came and said, that, Jola him. Let this girl get married. When there are so many men coming and she chose one, you will confuse her. She will not be able to get one. One. Number two, if she chose one, you will say that she will go to school, but she will go and draw the heart. She will not listen to what the teacher says. She will draw. So you don't concentrate. No. You know. So we really have a problem. Kalambatat Gabelia. Yal Batana, they go to school, they come out negative. I become so surprised. Is it what we say in the house as a family? We teach them?
Tell them.
Or what is it? I thought that myself as a person, I thought Dr. John will be alive so that he can poison the mind of our children that Mafi Mashakal Bata tribalism. Dr. John died too soon. That we resort back to our old way of doing things. And the government, because of this, instead of saying that I have the capability of doing that, I wanted to go there. But Kir Mayar went and did it in a way that you can't even get a room of fighting for your right. Judiciary was not working. Legislature is not working. The executive is not even working. The party, no democracy. So where do you get a room? Where do you get a moral authority to even claim and say that, well, this is my right? And I went to him. Mr. President, this thing will not work. You go outside there and talk about nepotism. You talk about tribalism. You talk about corruption, zero tolerance. And you do not even rejuvenate your office. You need to start from your office and rejuvenate your office. So what happened in December 15 is culmination of all this. Dr. Riek Machar have learned from 1991. But 1991 has been taken as a song with Dr. Riek's name and 1991 to destroy Southern Sudan. Oh, Kalambata 1991. Oh, 1991. What happened in 1991? The generations, the young generation now, like those people of them, they don't even know what happened in 1991.
Then you bring it back.
Now you are bringing it back and you are talking about it. Then I go zamani abu guldi torjanga hook fijara gedi malder yebra ubu hook fogu. Ashano bu gul kalambata ajere jalabo ma jalabo shunuka nita ya wale. Inta gata hook fijara gedi. This is what exactly what happened. They all have karabele betana. President Museveni, I call him my brother-in-law. He's a friend of Dr. John. He's a friend of people of South Sudan. We know this. But, Mushkal al Sudan, he knows with Salva. Because the same thing 1991 with Salva, 1991 with him and Dr. Riek. Dr. Riek did this, he betrayed the people of South Sudan in 1991. Fi Zaman al-Mushkal Hassan, from December until April last year, I saw President Museveni 8 times. Explaining to him, Mr. President, you cannot kill the people, one tribe in Southern Sudan in the name of one person called Dr. Riek. How can you do that? You yourself here, Mr. President, President Museveni, went to war in Southern Sudan to go and fight with Nuer. Does it sound good in your ears? The first meeting with Riek and Dr. John, who organized it, was you. Why today you say that you don't want Dr. Riek?
No.
Today, now. And you are killing people in that name. I went to the extent, after I saw him 8 times. In Addis, this was the 8th times. Now that Africa Union went and stormed him, and he called me in the evening. I found his eyes was red. Was very angry, and he called me. When I went him, he didn't want to listen. And those of John Luke and those of Dengalor were released. And he told me, are you not happy now? Some of your boys were released. And I said, no, you release all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You talk with Kir, your friend Kir, release those. God, what is your problem? Why are you talking like this? Machine well, and then you will take the other one. But it doesn't work like that, Mr. President. When he did not want to listen to me, I would tell him, Mr. President, God will tell us who's telling the truth. God, why do you call God for me? Mutale, I call God for you because I don't have where I can resort to.
Only God.
You have your power to resort to, but I don't have anybody. Only God. If it is you telling the truth, God will show me. If it is you saying that, if it is me saying the truth, God will show me. He was not happy about what I said. But I said, I don't care. That was the last resort that I had. Because I saw that he was the only person who would have saved Southern Sudan. Because his first report to the region was a wrong report that he gave to the leadership. But God works in a mysterious way. Right. I came here on the 22nd, on the 23rd, because I saw Salva on the 22nd and I came here on the 23rd. And on the 25th, President Uhuru called me. And he said that, Mama, I want you to go to Juba. But I want you to brief me. I went and briefed him. And that's when President Uhuru took a stand. Because I told him there was no coup. I told him Dr. Riek was convinced that he will defeat Salva in the convention and in the election. He was convinced. Secondly, Dr. Riek, when he was removed, a lot of Nuer came to him. And I was here. I called him. I said, Dr. Riek, don't make the second mistake of 1991 Ashantam and Kalamat Zaman. For Hugale Mama, you just call on time. As a Nuer hin and guide my hin, and they are talking the same thing. I said, please, last time you pull me into problems, and I don't want this problem again. And I go to the President Uhuru, he refused. This thing would have exploded then, in July, not in December. I explained all these things, and I go to what happened is that, what I know now, region is divided. If President Museveni is not with you and he assumes himself as a big brother, because you are young and the silent is young. So he will be sitting there breathing African Union and IGAD. So I knew that what I would resort to is prayers and other leaders outside the country. So I met many, many leaders. And especially the American Special Envoy, the Norwegian Special Envoy, even the British Special Envoy, I met all of them many times. I meet with them here, I meet with them in Kampala, and I explain the same situation. Because if you have a problem, you don't sway. You must be consistent in whatever you say. So what happened, the good thing is that, but the bad thing is that Salva does not know what happened in Juba was captured. This is why I was saying that there was no leadership ability. Not but at UN, ICRC. Their compound is opposite to my house. They leave early in the morning to go and collect the bodies and go. When they collect the body, they don't take pictures.
They know everything.
They do take the picture. When Madam Rebecca said that the government is killing one ethnic group, oh, this is the lady who betrayed us. What about those people who are taking pictures? And those pictures have never been displayed yet.
No, they're there.
They have never. But we say that we go and count. The war, what happened in December, that does not start in Juba. It starts in Bor up to Greater Upper Nile. But what happened in Juba? What was the genesis of the problem? People don't go to it. And if you don't go back to genesis of the problem, you will not find solution. In all these peace talks, That's the problem.
That's the problem.
We don't go to genesis of the problem. What happened in Arusha, even though you were against Arusha, we went to genesis of the problem. We were vomiting on our heads. Then it will open up the doors for everybody. The smaller parties, the other parties, and you compete.
Yeah.
But what happened here now with the SPLM? We have killed the baby called SPLM in the heart of the people of South Sudan.
They did.
And I say it in Arusha, and it has been quoted many times by Uhuru Kenyatta. I say, because Salva and Dr. Riek were arguing in front of the other leaders. Kikwete, President Museveni, President Uhuru, the deputy president of South Africa, and they were arguing. And I raised my hand. And the president of Tanzania was saying, then Mama Garang, you come and help us. Look at our leaders, the way they are arguing in front of you here. Instead of us raising our hand and say that people of Southern Sudan, forgive us for what we have done.
Yeah.
Our people have soft heart, they will forgive us as leaders. And they will give us another chance of saying that you do it again. We made a mistake that we did not want it to accept. And I don't know whether it is because of nilotics that they cannot say. And why are you educated? Why are you educated? Why are you ashamed? Maybe these men in their homes, they don't know how to say sorry and thank you to their wives. Because if you know how to say thank you and sorry to your child, to your elders, your people, you will be able to know how to say to many groups that I'm very sorry, I have made a mistake. Kalamde is not in the vocabulary of Salva. But finally, it was in the vocabulary of Dr. Riek when he came to my house and said, I'm very sorry for what I have done in 1991. It was not Lamakol, but it was me because I was a leader. Because people were thinking that it was Lamakol who drove me. And I say thank you to Riek. And I say that, I vomited what I had in my heart to Dr. Riek. If you are a Christian and if you don't have a word of forgiveness, then what do we have? Word of forgiveness, word of saying sorry, word of saying thank you. It's not even in our language. It's Mafi, vocabulary, Vitana. The language is Vitana. I'm saying that. Then this is a life in Genova, Sudan. This is what we do. To make a long story short, for me as a mother, you were asking me, I want you to visit all of us like what you did here with me. Because you cannot go and start with Nas Betana Hinak without even seeing those leaders first. And I'm the mother of the nation. Even if you don't see me, I will know what you are doing. I will know without even you telling me. Because that's what we needed. First of all, and I wanted to tell you this as a community, that Mushkil al-Hasal for Genova, Sudan is our own making, and God is punishing us for what we have done for ourselves, and we do not even give thanks to the people of Southern Sudan. Now, you go and find a lot of Nuer people. You see the hard majority of them are for peace. Because they know exactly what was the problem. But for us, nobody's even talking about the retaliation which happened in Bor. They talk about 1991. People were killed in Juba. They say that Madame Rebecca talked about the killing of Juba. She didn't talk about the killing in Bor. But what was the consequences of what happened in Juba?
Continuation of Juba.
It was because telephones, Filan Katalo, so and so. Even, and I told Salva on the 22nd, even you kill your own people. Nuer, the supporters, betak and Takatatu. Yeah. And go to Nas Betak. East Bank, Kulu Nas Betak. And Etakatelto. I don't know what happened in the West Bank. But the majority of Nuer are in the East Bank, and especially Jangule. Now you have killed them. You have killed those who voted for you. This is what I told him. When you go back, it's lack of leadership. I want to advise ourselves. Let us stay away from this grouping. When you introduce yourself as Nuer Council of Elders, my goodness, it went back to Dinka elders. I feel sick. Dinka elders was formed in Juba. I was there. Somebody came to me and said, "Oh, Mama Rebecca, you know, I was lobbying for you to be put in the Dinka elders." Dinka elders. Is Dinka under threat? From who? No explanation. I'm going to, please. I don't want to be part of that. You want the truth? I'm not even an elder. There are people who are elderly than me. But not me, please. I refuse. Those who went to Dinka elders, some of them are even in Kenjai Waraini Matalata or Limaraba. Women for Dinka elders, they call themselves Dinka elders.
Dinka elders.
This is the grouping that we don't want it. I don't want to hear about it. Dinka elders there, it's in Botoman Masha for report. But at the AU,
Yeah.
Their name is there. And they're the one who put themselves, but they now say, when you were doing this, you think that people are not, what you need to do is to sing a song of reconciliation and the unity, and we have to mean it. And then if you want a change, you begin with yourself. Me and my family, we don't know just Magabelia. For me and my children, Dinka Mabakutu Akin for enough for my children. Dinka does not pay school fees for my children. Dinka does not work for me. I'm the one who work in the name of the community, individually. Then it becomes Dinka. We don't see this. We go and eat things in the name of our community. Community that is suffering there. Tomorrow when you are brought out, oh, ana nuer wala ana dinga ashana gabila beta kita ashana ana zol betakum ashana into their position beta. That will not work. But let the truth shall be said.
Yeah.
We have to criticize ourselves. Because if we don't criticize ourselves, why do we need other people to tell us? I wanted to criticize myself before somebody else tells me my weaknesses. That's what I told them. And I talked to them. And the good thing is that I used not to go to their offices. And Salfa knows, and I even told Salfa, I say, you know, I'm fighting for those boys because of history of South Sudan. It can take to history of Southern Sudan Kulu. Then when you come to Yal Betana Gisses, Betan Harib, when you want to kill everybody who fought for this country, so you want to bury the history of South Sudan, Ashaninta, for what? Salva thought that after shooting in my house and things like that, I will come to him and crawl in front. We will not. We don't do that. It's somebody that I love with my life. I love him with my life. Karaba na kanja ogalana bishil munu ya family beta Garang bugul shila na shana. I want Dr. John to help people of South Sudan because I know the brain he has. He can help our people.
That's right.
When he died, these are the words I said. I say, God, why do you leave me behind to do what? What can I do to my people? أنا بعمل شنو؟ ليه؟ تقتل زول زي ده. These are my words. And I cry every day because I knew those who can help South Sudan are very far on the line. And those who are near here, they will not do anything. Gabalia. Nas betana. Uta btelga zola bikalam zere de leader. Zol kabir beta nas kulu. I said, if you are a leader and you speak in the name of your community, what about us? What about other people? Who will speak in? If Salva Kiir is there talking about Dinka, what about other communities? And it is not even all taken to Juba. Oh, Madam Rebecca, did you hear that your voice was recorded? And I say, saying what? Girl, you told the chiefs, don't let our children go and Nuer Nalbeji de Befokinag, Umadam Shikede. Salva Kiir, if he wants, I will talk with the Jesh Shabi. I didn't talk with Jesh Shabi. But if he wants, I will tell Jesh Shabi, but I didn't talk with the army. I was talking with our own community. I'm an elder, but at my community, and I will tell them, don't go out. Because Nazel, Makan Jayin Lekum, Jay the Kursi Juba. And I said this, yes.
That's right.
And I can't tell my wallet, but I nyandit. And when I nyandit, food by fork. Gadwi? But I love food by fork. Who got less than a man that I can mind the credit. Malan. Okay, I'm a share the credit. Or a sell to live. Ugutale was Ruble. Yana Gutale, I will nyandit. Inta mistake al-Hassan 1991 mata multani. Mata utulu kama ajada muwatinin. Whether in Nuer or in this area, please. Gala mala nana ma bamshi le tuji ushuno istoyal pa wa gudala da kalamde ana ma dari bashan kalamde. Mini na kulus amshi be wara hina be gadiyan amshi juba. Alama na guta zedede ya mushkila. So but I never got a telephone. I don't care. I was talking with my people, and then I was not talking with the army. And I will continue, and Kiir knows me. He knows how I talk, and I don't hide anything. If they say that I'm not a diplomat, I don't want to be a diplomat. I wanted to say the truth, and I'm a Christian. So my elders and my sons and brothers, I wanted to say your initiative, I think it is approved by God. And let us continue to do this. It will grow. Coming to you saying that, Mama, you spearhead this. I want other people to spearhead, but I will be talking with those people who are my equal. Finally, they are visiting, but Dr. John, I want to utilize that. They come and say that, oh, we want to see Mrs. Garang. I will always, this document now, I will read it.
Yeah.
And I will try to highlight it in front of those other people. I want Mabior and Dufa Batam. I want them to go. And we will be taking advisory role.
Yeah.
Hina. Lakin can because what happened, if Ria comes, I want to see him. I wanted to talk to him because I meant to go to Asadana. You know, what happened in Addis, and this is what I wanted to finish my calamity. What happened in Addis? People you don't need to be rigid. Yeah. You need to make concessions for your own sake and for the sake of the people. You start with yourself, sacrificing your aspiration. You sacrifice it for the people and say that, okay, I will go low. Even I will go lower than what you have given me for the sake of peace. What happened is that you need to go in. And if you are not in, who will make things happening? No. How will you play the game? You cannot play the game when you are outside. No. You have to come in order for you, and then you change the things there according to how you see it from the within. Because and if we are not in Juba, what will happen? We need all of them. As I said, they are working very hard to see into that group of 10 goes to Juba. But I was telling people, because even I was interviewed by Miraya, and I told Miraya, if group of 10 goes to Juba, what about you, Mama Rebecca, even me? Will that solve the problem of South Sudan? We don't need to solve this problem partially. We need Dr. Riek to come in. We are using Arusha. This is the basis of us going to Juba. When President Uhuru talked to us of going to Juba, it was because of matrix that was drawn up in Arusha. That 333 will go to Juba. And they will go and started working on the documents which brought the problems. These are the documents that we want to put together. And if you don't do that, none of us will resolve the problem in Southern Sudan or in the SPLM. So I forget about Madam Rebecca and group of 10 going and react out. It won't work. No. We want a holistic solution.
The whole thing and put the right thing.
That's right. So a holistic solution. Region, they are working according to their own interests. And if we don't see these people are working according to their own interests, which will harm us at the end of the day, they will continue to do their own. And we should not sit down and start to blame them when we are doing nothing. We are doing nothing.
That's right.
The leadership are not doing anything. Nobody is doing anything. So how are we going to change things when we are out? If you are not on the table, somebody else will make decision for you. Then what do you do? Now, if the forced agreement is coming on us, let us accept it. If I'm a leader, I will accept it because I want to come. And I have Jama Del and it is my turn to come and play now. Then if I have something at the back of my mind, now I will come and put it on the table. But if you are behind and you say, oh, now game day should not be played like that, it's a Arab game day. But you are not the player.
No.
They will continue.
They will continue.
They will continue to do that. Uganda, his army is in Southern Sudan. They are being paid.
Being paid.
Am I losing what? Because my army is being paid. And I'm continuing taking these
UN
things.
is expanding.
UN is expanding, everybody.
Expanding.
Those of the Sahel, even they are fighting.
Yeah.
Who's going to, the trusteeship of South Sudan will go to who?
Yeah, for who?
So there is a fighting. And we are sitting here and we say we are leaders. Leaders of what? For me, as Mama Rebecca, I said in front of everybody. When I saw Riek and I saw Kir, I knew that problem was going to come. Then I said that I wanted, as a woman, I wanted to be neutral. Later, 3 of us or 4 of us will come and say that, okay, when you see the mizan there, let us sit and let us do this. I wanted to be a neutral. That's why I said last time, and I didn't give. There will be a problem.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So I said, let me contest. Not that I want leadership. To do what? I will not even know what to do.
Neutralize the situation.
I wanted to neutralize the situation because all the time, Gal Mahal al Fog there is a no-go zone between Nuswan. The Malta Rujal, that's and I thought that the democracy in Southern Sudan.
The red line.
The red line, they say that the red line. The red line, yeah. And a lot of Nuer people and Nuer community was saying, Mama Rebecca, it is better for you to take it. If you say that I can take it, you come and support me. I thought, even Pagat, all of us thought that, even Dr. Ray, we thought that there was democracy. And with democracy, the process we were doing, it is exactly the process when National Convention of the SPLM was coming.
Yeah.
So people were going to compete, not the election. Salva went and turned it out and said that people are campaigning for election. People were campaigning for the SPLM.
The leadership of the SPLM.
The leadership of the SPLM.
Yeah.
Who's going to take over the leadership will automatically become the flag bearer for campaign.
Yeah.
That's a fear.
So, and then if it is incumbent, then he goes and he's a flag bearer within the SPLM. And this is democracy now. Now, our people say that, oh, Riek and Madam Rebecca and Pagan are campaigning. The Kalamata Salfa. They are campaigning and they do not want to wait for 2015. But how can you go to 2015 without organizing the SPLM?
Party.
So that
you organize yourself so that you know who is going to be the leader.
That's right. You level the ground. You know.
Yeah.
Sulfur messed everything. What happened in Juba? Sulfur is responsible for it. Let us take it like this to conclude my remarks. God is punishing us. God is punishing us for what we have done, because nothing will happen without the knowledge. If it is punishment, let us pray together. With one heart, like what you are doing now, with one heart. And we are going to win. We are going to win. Good. I asked him, there are two events which had happened, and it has never been resolved. One,
resolved automatically.
But it was not resolved. That's what he told me. Secondly, it was the same Kalambata Lulu trailing as the European went and gave him a problem that he was carrying a gun. How can you go to a plane from here carrying a gun? He did not even have a gun. Security. And he was arrested, and it was very embarrassing. Sure. Ethiopian government has never been confronted by the leadership. So if something serious like that happened to him, Kalambata Lulde Bega Sahel. Kalambata and Musadas Alkan Hasal is not easy. And you have to pass through Ethiopia to go, as you said earlier.
Need to be resolved.
It need to be resolved with Ethiopia. No strong statement which was done to see into it that well, there was antagonized for nothing. There was no weapon he was carrying. So this is what he told me. But Mabior is a man. I don't interfere with these things unless he brings something to me. That's why I want Dr. Riek. I want to talk to him about that, and I want to talk to him about when Mabior went to Nasir. It was a turning point. A lot of things was said, good things, not bad things. Taban was telling me, Mama Rebecca, I think God was reminding us about something. We started to forget about Dr. John. But when Mabior went there, that's when I realized that we forgot about Dr. John. Now we start to remember when we saw Mabior. Girl, you
Saw
did
the
not.
image,
Girl, you have not seen what happened there. Dr. Ria was even surprised for what had happened. The reception. People were fearing. He's a man.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Up to now.
And I was telling him, when you reach the point, you call me and let me know where you are, where you reach. And then I followed as he was going.
The fact that the South struggled for this long time, we lost many generations until Dr. John also came. People died. And our struggle, we achieved our goal. We got our country. The fact that we did not say thank to God since we formed our government. We did not put God first. We didn't put him in our life to lead us in South Sudan. We didn't say thank you to God that we have achieved it through your help. That thing, God can punish us. So the punishment is in place. And even up to now, if we don't change, we still suffer. Number two, the problem of leadership is true. Because God has not chosen our leadership. We are doing it mentally. And this physically. We in this now, we have received our failure, weakness, because we don't choose with God together. No. We must be somebody who has a vision, who must deliver, who must have a love for his people. You know, South Sudan used to be one, and we are surprised today where this tribalism and nepotism and greed, where it comes from. People used to die together. We have to pray very much for that period. Number three, what we are now trying to the approach we are making. We have to begin with ourselves, as you said.
That's right.
You see, we must talk. This leadership can be changed by the power of people.
That's right.
When they are united. We will not worry who comes, but God will guide this choice of leadership from us. But what we should do now is to be positive about peace.
That's right.
Let us put our influence as we come to you. Part of it is that we want you to lobby.
That's right.
Two, we don't want you to sit back. That there are people doing that thing, you see. The Arusha approach of reuniting SPLM, if they are faithful to it, it could be a way out. But also we are always making assumption. You know, when people break out, we don't discuss the crux of the matter, how we can come together. We assume we just go, okay, we are together, we merge. Without solving problems, this does not help. We must punish people, even through our decisions, you know. And God will choose a leader for all of us.
That's right.
Now, let us go out that way. We are going to meet others, as you said, from Bor. We want you to put your influence also to people who are in Bor. Whoever word can be heard, let us console our people and let us talk to them. Let us not agitate anything coming to us in Jonglei.
That's right.
Yeah, and we have been working on that, most of us telling our leaders like at which that the question is not with our people in Jonglei. The question is with Salva in Juba.
That's right.
It is our government that we are fighting for. What encouraged me also as an elder, when these people went to Pagak, they came up with something called transformation. Instead of making this issue to be a Nuer struggle, let it be the Southerners coming together. So they chose that let us talk to our people. And what is bad is Kira and his government,
That's right.
you see. So let us also campaign for our coming together, because it is what will remove the bad thing in South Sudan. Once we agree in our community, things will change. We can easily make a decision, and Sulfur will have no way. If we decided the Dinka and the Nuer and the Equatoria and the other groups, it is the people's decision. It can be respected. And IGAD can make use of that better. Yeah. The fact they don't want to listen to us and they want to think they know it, that's where we continue to die for nothing. But clearly they have no solution now. So now we are very grateful. Thank you for the lunch. Greet everybody who was doing this thing for us. And we didn't expect you to do too much like that.